Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's been a while. I'm finally back from vacation. Had a great time in Greece, playing the regional championship in Athens. Didn't go so well there, particularly in that tournament, but nonetheless, the weather was amazing and all that. Yeah, I didn't make day two to make it short. I played Omnath, Bring to Light, if you're curious. It's a deck we cannot play in Explorer yet because Bring to Light is unfortunately not legal. But it's a really sweet deck that's sort of similar to Karuga Fire. It goes a little bit over the top, has some awesome stuff going on. And I missed day two by one match. I think out of the six of us, four of us made day two playing the deck. And I think, oh no, actually not. No, five of us played for day two, but unfortunately only two of us made day two, which not the greatest conversion, and six of us played it. So what do I mean by playing for day two? Is mean losing the last round, being at that brink to day two and then not making it. But yeah, the two guys that made day two both got the qualification for the Pro Tour, which is awesome. And the deck is by Lucas Honey, who has been working a ton on it. Played a bunch of stuff in Pioneer, trying out various things. I was close to playing Blue-White Control. I think Blue-White Control is actually in a pretty good spot in Pioneer. But hey, that's all of the past. I went to Greece, had a good time there, visiting Athens, the Acropolis for the first time, then going to Istanbul. That was pretty interesting, not as great as I expected, but still, an amazing time. We had a pretty great Airbnb, which was lovely. Yeah, anyhow, enough of that. I'm back. Lord of the Rings has just released. I'm a little curious, are you guys interested in actual Lord of the Rings content? I mean, the only things that really affect Arena are, I guess, Brawl, Historic Brawl. I don't think I'm going to play that. Historic, which I could see playing. And then Limited. So yeah, for now, because like Limited is not really something I want to do on the channel. I think it's also not what most people are interested in. When I did Limited in the past, we usually had like, I don't know, a fifth of what I have on a normal average, standard or explorer video. So I'm going to go a little bit more with standard. That is the plan for now. If you have any suggestions, I am open to hear them. And yeah, with all that being said, I think we can dive into standard. We have Esper Control in front of us by none other than Ignotus, Tobia Nappi, who is just the absolute control master in every format. He innovated on the Jeskai control deck, was one of the upbringers of that, had great win rates in the early weeks of March of the Machine metagame, like winning standard challenges and top 8ing them, top 4ing them back to back and stuff like that. And now we don't have Fable of the Mirror Breaker and Reckoner Bankbuster anymore, so went from Jeskai to Esper, which I think makes a lot of sense. We have the great white sweepers, Farewell and Sunfall, and Wandering Emperor just being a phenomenal card. And then we have the cheap black efficient removal, just putting them both, putting that together with the blue card draw and Memory Deluge and the counter spells, just makes up for such a good package. And he top 4'd the standard challenge recently with the deck. And yeah, I think Control is just in a good solid spot these days. I tried the blue-white list with Lay Down Arms, which was pretty solid and is still keeps performing. And now I'm going to try this Esper list. I just changed a couple things. I added a cut down over a Sunset Revelry. Just having the playset of cut down I think is nice, especially, Talia is still around. And yeah, then I added a second Silver Scrutiny over one Siphon Insight, which was in the main deck. I don't know, like Siphon Insight is good in a control mirror match, but so is Silver Scrutiny, honestly. It's pretty good there too. And, Scrutiny just against anybody else, where Siphon Insight would just take, I don't know, against Mono Red, you take like a 1-2 Swift Spear. Just take bad cards against a lot of the decks. I just like to have my card advantage be to draw into the stuff that, is in my deck that I want to draw and want to have. Kill conditions are very few in this deck. We only have the Emperor pretty much and Mirrex, which is, yeah, I mean, that is, we'll see how that goes, let's say. I hope people will concede and not make me do it in some of the cases. But yeah, that's for game 1. Game 2 and 3, we do have Chromos, Seedshark, and Sheoldred down here to board in to make the winning a little bit easier. We also have 2 more counter spells with Disdainful Stroke and Negate, a couple Duress, which could also be counter spells, but hey, we Ignotus tried Duress. I think it's fine to have Duress as well in some numbers, but usually I like counter spells more in a controlling reactive deck, then discard because you really want to make them trade on mana. Yeah, so in any case, but I'll go with the Duresses. Temporary Lockdown, amazing sweeper for the aggro decks, a couple Sunsets for the mono red, and then Siphon, yeah, just as a card that we can bring in against control. Against like mono red, I would probably look to bring in all these creatures, Sunset and Temporary Lockdown, so that's 9 cards in total. Bring out some of the clunkier stuff, card draw and counter spells. Seems like a good package against mono red, which, you know, mono red seems to be like super popular these days. It's popular in the standard challenge, it's probably popular on the ladder. I haven't played in a while, but it's just an easy deck to get and to play. So I wouldn't be surprised. And yeah, if you want to respect it more, you could cut like a whole Seedshark for another Sunset Revelry, because that card is really good against them, or I guess a knockout blow. All right, I think that has been enough of an intro. Let's play some Magic. Right, I'd like to be on a play, and awkward start here with, you know, tap land, tap land, tap land, but the hand is nonetheless, you know, it has all our colors. I can't really mulligan this. If you draw an untapped land on turn 2 here, we're good to go. We didn't. That's okay. Swamp. Swamp. Okay. Looking nice. No 2-drop. Yeah, I mean, if you're playing control, you're super happy if your opponent doesn't do anything for the first 2 turns. That's the late game is usually where you shine. They might have just kept you know, removal heavy hand and Blood Pact. Alright, I'm not going to counter that one. Interesting. That's a card I haven't seen in a long time in Constructed. Mirrex, that's a pretty good one against me. We'll get an Underdog, which is a little annoying, but I'll use my Emperor to exile that one down the line. Mirrex, huh? Could also use Farewell to be fair. To exile this down the line. I could draw 3 cards, but then I would have to discard. I think I just try to exile this. I guess what's gonna happen here is they're just gonna cut down their own Underdog. Yeah. That's pretty good, huh? They can still Mirrex. That is actually pretty awesome. 5 cards in hand. I really want to make all the land drops I can. I think I just make a Samurai. And yeah, so I'll just play my tower. Samurai means we can sack something into this Make Disappear now too. Yeah, I might just like Silver Scrutiny for X equals 6 at some point this game. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, sure. So Invoke Despair is not legal anymore, so you don't have to worry about that one. I could also just draw 3. The opponent just does this the entire game. Doesn't play into any sweeper. So if I go into my turn, I go up to 6 cards, play a land, play Scrutiny for X equals 5. I would have 4 cards left in hand, 9 in total. I would have to discard. I think I'm just gonna go for Scrutiny for free, but this could go badly. Like if I don't find a Memory Deluge, you know, and like just lands, this would not be great, but I did find Memory Deluge. Okay, Dissipate is quite good against the Underdog, just exiles it. But it's also my only hard counter. I don't know if I want to use it. Okay. Sanctuary Warden is still a card that you could play as a faster kill condition in these type of decks, also to be able to outrace something like a Mirrex. So that is actually a pretty problematic card, I believe. I think I'm just gonna get rid of this way. 5 cards in hand. I don't know what they could have at. Maybe like 2 more threats, 2 more removal, 1 more land, something like that. Seems reasonable. Scrutiny. Sunfall. Ah, yeah, you do get incubate tokens, which allow you to kill your opponent. But I think I'll take the Void Rend. The Void Rend being able to kill planeswalkers is awesome. Just want to have that available to me. I don't have a hard counter, and this, at least, it's not a counter like Dissipate, but it, you know, at least does get rid of everything. Like a Sheoldred, but I do have Go for the Throat for that anyways. Yeah. So they're gonna make one more Mirrex. Hit me for 2, put me to 4 poison. Probably cut down one of them. With a Deluge in the graveyard, I feel comfortable just Scrutiny for free here. I don't have to be like, you know, scrutinying for X equals 7 or whatever. So I have 4/7. Okay, I'll just kill 1, play a land, and then Deluge end step. Killing it now so I don't have to discard. I mean, I could have discarded like the tower or the beach, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna kill this anyways. So. Yeah, it's pretty awesome that Sunfall is both a sweeper and a kill condition. I'm gonna put a stop in my upkeep in case I want to use the Edict. I could also use Sunfall. They have 4 cards in hand. I think I'm just gonna pick both Emperors. I think they're better. I'm gonna use the Edict to clear the Sheoldred. Now again I would have to discard, because in this case it's kind of unavoidable. Could also discard Make Disappear. I mean, they have 8 mana. I'll just go with the beach. 34 cards in my deck. 3 Memory Deluge still. I'll try to ambush one of these tokens. They're likely gonna spew a bunch of removal. No? But this makes me think they don't have removal anymore. Huh, interesting. Maybe they have an Edict for the Planeswalker. Probably. Dissipate. Okay, cool. I think I just make more Samurais. If I draw Sunfall at one point, still have 3 in my deck, I just make a huge incubator. They're also down to 10. The Underdog and the Blood Pact cost them life. Okay. I will Void Rend. No, wait a minute. I could technically Otawara my own Emperor, play it again, make another Samurai, and then in my upkeep again, use Void Rend, kill the Sheoldred. Just want to up the pressure, you know. Like, this is 6 damage. And theoretically, what I could have also done, I could have just played my Emperor, I guess, and then Void Rend in the same turn. And then not use my Otawara, because I can Otawara the second Emperor. Yeah, maybe that's just better. Celestus is a pretty nice one. I like it. I think it could be huge in a control mirror. Okay. That's certainly gonna get Make Disappeared. Black Sun's Twilight. Alright. Yeah, because, you know, you just get rid of your dead cut downs and all that. I think we should play it, right? Yeah, we still have plenty of mana open to Dissipate. With that, we're good. Junji. I mean, you're at 4, you have 2 cards in hand. You need like 2 more removals to get out of the situation. I think the Junji is fine. Like what I don't want to counter the Junji and they play a sweeper, and then I don't have anything going for myself. So, okay. Put target non-Kraken, so they would just get a Sheoldred in play. I guess I just attack for 8. Let's see what they do. Okay, we got him. Outraced a Mirrex. I mean, Mirrex is a bit slow, I guess, in the end. Doesn't kill that quickly. Okay, mono black, removal, and dudes. Okay, I mean, my main deck might just be pretty good already. Cut down is probably not where I want to be. Siphon seems decent. Lockdown is good against Tenacious Underdog. I mean, do they play Evolved Sleeper? There were Sunfall, Emperor. Disdainful Stroke's probably fine. Seedshark is... I would think they still have removal in their deck. So I'm not sure if I want to go the creature route, but... When Seedshark, at least you can play later in the game. When you have mana up, then they play a removal, and then you play something, you get the incubator nonetheless. Sheoldred seems worse, because Sheoldred just straight up dies to a go for the throat. There's no value you can produce. Duress is probably okay, but like just okay. I think Siphon's gonna be okay. Negate probably too. Now I'm a bit weak to early aggression, that's all. I have like Void Rend, go for the throat, Sheoldred's Edict, and then Emperor to catch me back up, and sweepers. I'm not sure about the Make Dissipate, it could also just be bad. Like, it was pretty bad in that game. Opponent just played around it. I'll try 2 Sharks. Let's see. I mean, I really only saw 1 Tenacious Underdog as anything that I could have cut down profitably. I just don't see a reason to have cut down in my deck right now. If I would have the entire deck list of my opponent, I would see that they have Misery's Shadow and, you know, other stuff like that. That's kind of painful. My opponent took a mulligan. I think I'll try it, but yeah. Painful. Okay. It's the underdog on turn 2 against my pretty painful hand. Okay, well, I think I'll just Edict it. Just to preserve damage. Obviously not a great answer against it. I know, but... You know, we have all the card advantage in the world. If they spend 4 mana on this and draw a card... you know, we are fine with that. Like, at this point, I think I'm fine with that. I also have Dissipate later on. Darkslick Shores. Love it. That was a good draw. Okay, you want to do this, huh? Well, I guess I'll let you do it. Go to 18. Well, Underdog was a 2-for-1 here. So that's good for my opponent. There's the Shark, but I don't want to just run it out and have it die to, I don't know, of the Veil or something. Interesting. I could just Void Rend. Or I could Memory Deluge and use my mana more effectively. It's interesting. It's like if I go with the Memory Deluge, or if I go with the Void Rend, I could draw an untapped land and then play Shark Insight. But if I don't draw an untapped land, then I kind of have to Memory Deluge in my own turn, tap myself out. So I think I'll just Void Rend it. Okay, so now I could go Shark Inside. Kind of like the idea of that. The upside is huge on that play. My opponent... Wait a minute. What do I want to do this? Oh yeah, I guess I have to. I have to paint myself once. So I just do this. My opponent doesn't have a removal for the shark. That's going to be amazing. Because then I'm going to start producing a bunch of incubators. Okay. Well, that's might just mean they don't have removal. Looks like they don't. Okay. Well, we will die to the Sheoldred, of course, but... Well, or not. Let me put a stop in my upkeep. Actually, I think I might actually take the 2 damage here. Because I do want to find an untapped land, don't I? So I'll take the 2. I'm at 15, it's fine. Okay, Emperor. If I Memory Deluge and don't find a land, I'll take some damage. But the odds of me not finding a land are so low. I'll try it. And I get a 4/4. Down the line. I guess I'll take the stroke. I already have 1 Mirrex, I don't need a second. They have 3 cards in hand. Now I'm thinking if I want to just keep up the stroke and, you know, just chill. Take a hit for 4. It's not that bad. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm countering that. So take a hit for 4, and then kill the Sheoldred in my upkeep. Man, the Seedshark overperformed. Opponent did not have the removal. Opponent doesn't even attack. Wow, playing defense. Surprised by that. Yeah, we were just like dominating them now. This is not even close to being close. So black doesn't have a way to interact with these artifacts. It just can make an army of them. I got my artifacts Brotherhoods ended in the against a Phoenix player, which was kind of funny in the Athens thing. Liliana is just a little too late here. Just make a samurai, I guess. Sack that. My opponent's gotta be conceding at this point, right? If I draw another land, I can flip 4 of them, attack for exactly 14. Okay. What do I do at this point? I don't even know. I guess I'll just activate one of these. I wanna kill them in 2 turns, so let's try to do that. Opponent has 2 cards in a Mirrex. 6 face, 2 here. Okay. I had 11, right? I didn't have lethal there. No, what? I had more than 11. I had like 13 damage, but they were at 14, right? So I could have put them to 1. But, you know, I think at this point, it doesn't really matter, honestly. Sure. Sack that, bro. Yeah, you can do res, but you know you are done. Okay, nice. Good showing, good showing. I see Iceman. Okay, extra cold. We have another awkward triple tapped land start, but the rest of the hand looks good. We have all our mana, and I'm on a play. I mean, it is awkward, but you have to keep this one. The mana base looked good. I looked over it. I did like it, so I didn't make any changes there. Planes. An island. Opponent doesn't do anything. Okay, I love that. Is it just blue-white control? Probably. Ah, the Darkslick Shores. Awkward. Alright, who draws their Mirrex first? Ooh, no land drop. That's not good. I'll make disappear anything here pretty much. Emperor, Memory Deluge, whatever it is. Yeah. Like, make disappear becomes dead quickly, and if you can trade it with something, you happily do so. Especially considering that I have like 2 more cheap counter spells. I think that's just what you want to do there. Opponent playing a lot of non-plains lands makes me think they're not running late on arms, which is not good for me because I want them to run late on arms because it's pretty bad against me. If they're not running late on arms, they probably have more cards that are good like for this matchup. I could try to play around make disappear, but you know, it's not too bad if a Deluge gets countered, and I don't have a 6th land yet, so I just get punished. Oh, I copy it. Okay. Oh no, opponent! Yeah, copying that one, not so smart, is it? Oof, that hurt. That hurt to witness. I could just play the Emperor in here now. You have to, for anybody who does not understand, you have to pay mana for Deluge to see cards. It asks, when resolving, how many mana you paid for this. So when you have Talia in play, or the opponent, then this costs 5. You look at 5 cards, for example. So yeah, C double doesn't spend any mana as a copy, so so I could play this and get onto the board, which I think might be a good decision. I could get a little bit punished if they have exactly make disappear plus something like the Teferi, but I do have Sheoldred's Edict, so if they do resolve a Planeswalker, I will. They seem to have nothing. That's good. And now they have something. Maybe they have a. Oh, they have Soul Petition, don't they? Soul Petition's pretty bad in the control mirror match. They can kill a token, sure. That's fine. Put a Planeswalker, then counter it later. I mean, it's not terrible, I guess. Maybe it's better. It seems better than a cut down. That's for sure. Okay, they didn't do nothing. I'll make another token. I play a Celestus, planning to counterspell that Memory Deluge with my Make Disappear. And then we can hopefully, you know, Celestus is going to be really good here. Being able to cycle away all cut downs and stuff. Nah, come on. Pretty happy about all of this. Still left with 1 negate in hand. I mean, opponent made a huge blunder, which, you know, that is just what wins you a game of Magic sometimes. One of these, like, they threw the card away, tapped themselves low. We resolved an Emperor. Yeah. But hey, you know, I probably did that too when Memory Deluge just came out, didn't know about it, and copied it and just got wrecked. You know, when you don't know about it, it happens once to you, and then you learn it for the future, right? So. Celestus triggers. Nice. Okay. I get rid of the cut down, I think. Like, Farewell, I mean, I don't know. Farewell has more power to it, so I'll keep it, I guess. Alright, let's pump here. Ventilator pumping air at me. I'll just tone it down a little bit. Don't want to get sick. It's got really hot in Berlin. Okay, you got it. Yeah, you don't want to counter something like that. And I could activate Celestus, but I'm just going to go for a Deluge, so yeah. I'm going to negate that. I could also Memory Deluge in the end step there. It's nice that black has clean answers to Planeswalkers. Like, most of the kill conditions in these blue-white decks are Planeswalkers, right? So I just have an answer for it. That's good. That is a good last card to have. Not bad, not bad. I know I saw a Mirrex there, but I think at this point I have to take these two and not Mirrex. Ooh, I have a Scrutiny myself. Could try to resolve it. Like 5. Okay. There's a Mirrex. Nope. This one. Oops. Think that's the call. I could discard a land, but I don't see myself using Farewell. They have a Mirrex now. Okay. Will. They make one double striker. That's it. And then I can Edict it. I kind of want to play around Make Disappear. So I think I'm not going to Disdainful Stroke or Dissipate that. Like, I think these decks play 4 Make Disappear. And they haven't drawn one in like the top 20. And now they've drawn like 6 extra cards. So I just want to play around it. I'll attack. I think if they trade, it's fine. I mean, I could just go for the Throat the Guy. Maybe I'll just go for the Throat the Guy. Yeah. Don't actually want to trade. It's like I want to have a blocker for the Mirrex token. Okay. Elspeth's Smite. That is your removal. Okay. I could Edict main phase to flicker Celestus, to use the Celestus. Probably a good idea. I usually would do it in the upkeep, but flipping the Celestus is definitely a good idea. So I didn't play my Mirrex. That was a bit loose. I should have probably played it. Although it's nice to not expose it to, I guess, Field of Ruin. Yeah, I suppose I got a little punished for doing it in my turn. That's okay. So now they get to use their mana. But hey, we're gonna draw a card here. Okay, so I have one more answer. I hope you don't have too many more threats. Or like not Teferi plus a counterspell or something. But I also have a Memory Deluge. Like, I'm in a pretty good spot, I think. Like, I'm certainly very far ahead right now. Because I have Celestus and Emperor and they have nothing. But, you know, if their hand is strong. Huh? Okay. Funny. Just exiled out of it, yeah. I could also take Void Rend. I'm definitely taking this. I guess I'll take Void Rend. It's nice to have. Okay. Looking comfortable, I'd say. Opponent did not play land last turn. So maybe they're sitting on more sweepers. I mean, them just playing Farewell to kill my Celestus is a pretty good sign, I'd say. Looks like they have another Smite. They're high on the Smite. Oh, Emperor. Well, could use this and respond to find like a cut down. Let it resolve, I think.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
So this will be on 4 loyalty. So I want to find a removal. And then I want to make a Mirrex and then pump one of my creatures, have 4 power, kill the guy. Alright, fine. No cheap removal has been found, so I could still Void Rend, which I think I will do. Bit aggressive, I know, but I don't want to lose my guy, I don't want to lose the tempo, I have another Void Rend, I think I'm going to be okay. Revelry, ugh. Okay, pretty good here. It's just the 3-for-1, huh? Gain 4, draw a card, make 1/1s. Ooh, Field of Ruin. Ugh. Okay, this game. The game goes on, that's for sure. Yep. I mean, I have all the card advantage. I should be able to get this one home. We have 3 Emperors left, 1 Mirrex left. What do I do? Pump this one, then the double block. I think I just pump this one.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Two cards in hand. Okay. I wonder if I should use my Void Rend to kill this Emperor. They kill my Samurai, I don't have a way to attack the Emperor anymore. It's probably a good decision to just get rid of it. Don't mess around.
Until next time, then.
Play the untapped land here, so I have exactly 9 mana, so I can play around Make Disappear. Dissipate and Emperor Sunfall, I guess just Emperor.
Let your blade do the talking.
I gotta turn this fan down. Okay, they kill it. I could save it using one of these Emperors. I think that's a smart decision actually, because it's actually nice to have an Emperor on 4 loyalty compared to 1. It just produces so much more power and quicker.
Remember your training.
They are playing the full 4, I assume. I mean, Elspeth's Smite is fine. It's not a bad card, but not a great card either. So it's like if your opponent knows about it, it can be pretty bad. All right. It's down to 1 card in hand. They haven't played a single counterspell. And only 2 blue cards. Maybe they're just not running any counterspells, or they just have drawn a weird configuration of cards. Composition of cards. Nope. That ain't happening. Alright, I'll do a draw free here. Okay, I just concede. Cool. I should have done a draw free first in case I find the last Make Disappear, which I could have used there. Yeah, 1 more in my deck. Okay. Cool. Okay, Sunfall, Farewell. Go for the throat. Cut down. Disdainful Stroke, Negate, Duress, Shark, Siphon. 2 more cards I can add. So I can add Sheoldred, or I can add something like a Sweeper. My opponent likely has Sharks in the sideboard. They have Invasion. They have Planeswalkers. The deck seems kind of weak to Sheoldred. Like they have Smite. They don't have Lay Down Arms. They have Destroy Evil. Couple Petitions. Because either be add a reactive card or add a proactive card. Edict and Void Rend are both good. Could do something like this, for example. Then I'm a little bit more reactive. If they have Shark, I have like more answers to it. The Sunfall might just not be that great, honestly. Farewell at least gets rid of the incubate tokens as well. I don't know, just go hardcore on the friends. Just go on the good cards. I mean, go for the Third really isn't that good. Yeah, I'll just go with the Sheoldred. Although an argument against that would be that when you're on the draw, which I am, you already have a card more than your opponents. You can, even in a control mirror, you can be like more in the controlling role. So adding threats when you are on the draw, when you're in a controlling role, is usually not a good plan. Usually adding answers makes more sense then. Make Dissipate is also reasonable to cut. It's not, you know, great, but I think the games, the post-board games usually speed up a little bit. There's more spells that are cast. Everything's more efficient. Nobody has like too many dead cards. Like, best case, nobody has any dead cards, of course. Unfortunately, I can't punish them here. This play is super risky, and I mean, my opponent probably does it out of desperation, but if they do this, they should do it in my upkeep, and not here, I think. Although if they do it in my upkeep, I can play a Seedshark. But if they do it here, I can float a white, get the plains, and then you know what's gonna happen. Wandering Emperor hits the battlefield, or Memory Deluge gets cast. You know, either of them, pretty bad for you. So if you have Field of Ruin, you're playing a control mirror, you don't want to ramp them up to 4 mana in that situation, of course. Just a little, you know, advice from me. Okay, opponent missing a land drop. That's not very good for them. And I'm pretty happy that they used their Field of Ruin on a non-important land. So we can just start Mirrexing. Sounds good. Okay, opponent down to up to 8 cards, has to discard already. That's unfortunate for them. I could play Shark and have Counterspell up here. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to just Mirrex further and further? Shark would speed things up. It's probably a good spot to go with the Shark, isn't it? Although I'm usually a fan of just, when I can, just use the resources on board instead of developing. Like if they had island plains, I think I would have just Mirrexed because they could dissipate. That's funny. It's technically not that impactful. I mean, it's just 4 life, 1/1s, but I'm happy using spells in my hand here, and I'm happy using Make Disappear, just creating more power. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm just gonna, you know, put the pressure on. They're missing land drops. We're the clear aggressor now. They have more cards than we do. We want to get this game over with. Yeah, just all the aggression. So they might have Emperor here, so I don't think I want to activate Mirrex. I want to play around the Emperor, keeping up counter magic. Yeah. And at this point, I think this game is in the books. Virtually impossible for my opponent to win, I think. I don't think there's any combination that gets around my hand and my board. 7 damage on board right now. I'm just gonna activate this, not gonna activate Mirrex. Keep up my counter. Put him down to 2. So another Emperor. A Memory Deluge. A Memory Deluge is fine. In situations like these, I don't like to count them card draw because the only thing that gets them back is an actual, you know, sweep or removal. So, all right, Esper Control doing its thing. On the play again. How lucky. Yeah, this hand seems fine. But once we don't have all tap lands. And loves that Elspeth's Smite apparently too, huh? I think it is Elspeth's Smite, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Guess I want to start with Beach. Okay. Forest. Commune with Spirits. Okay. We have 2 Farewell in our deck if we're playing against green-white. That should be a good matchup. And Sunfall, of course. Not too bad either. Jukai. Jukai is... I think Jukai is annoying enough to counter it. It technically does walk into my Sunfall, but... the Go for the Throat one turn too late. Would have used Go for the Throat, of course, for the Jukai, because Go for the Throat is not that great against them. Okay, yeah, spot removal ain't good here. Okay, we'll see how this develops. I mean, Sunfall will buy us a lot of time, but if they play it smart and, you know, get the most value out of each of their cards, yeah, and then we could be in trouble if we don't draw like Memory Deluge somewhat soon. I really don't want them to draw any cards. I think I'm gonna kill a token here with like one of these removals. I don't think they play any planeswalkers, so I'm just happy to just use the Sheoldred's Edict. I should have done this during the attack step, because now I took a damage for no reason. Another Mirrex. They can discard something, get the Jukai back. Discarding Catilda. So the most troubling card right now is Haunting. Yeah. The Haunting means redundant spirits. Yeah, this looks pretty good for our opponent. They're building a huge army. They will have enough power so that I have to Sunfall already, I believe. Like, yeah, I could try to bounce this end of turn. Buy myself time, kill all these, they play this again. Then they have a 3/4. I could bounce this. Then they hit me for 4, 7, 9. 7, 9, 11. 11. 4 cards in hand. They missed the land drop, I think. Didn't they? Yeah, they did. But they have 4 spells in hand. 11. Go to 7. Yeah. Bounce this. Yes, no. I think no, actually. I think no. I'm not gonna bounce it. Playing a little bit of fire here. I don't think they can kill me. I mean, I'm at 18. They're not gonna kill me. I just want to get the most value out of these Sunfalls. I think a lot of people would have already played Sunfall this last turn to get rid of these 5 creatures, but I think I want to wait, get more out of them. All right. Oh, they can actually Catilda. I gotta be careful about that. That's a lot of damage. Yeah. So how much is that? 10. 3, 5, 8, 10, 20. Okay, so I can either use Otawara or go for the throat. Probably Otawara. Otawara I can use to bounce this. To then counter it on the way back. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna bounce this. So I get a 7/7 now. I mean, Sunfall is pretty amazing too. It's not quite Farewell. I wish I had Farewell here, but like killing that board and getting a 7/7, it's pretty strong. It's gonna buy us a lot of time. And because we have the 7/7, they kind of have to commit more to the board to go around it, which walks into our second Sunfall. Okay. Build a little bit of an army, sure. I mean, a little bit. They instantly grow a big army, I guess. Oh, they hit Rite of Harmony, that's good. And they also have ossification, right? So I don't think I want to activate this here at end step. I want to do this in combat so they can't ossify it. Go for the throat. Yeah, again I'm gonna wait with the Sunfall. Gonna be a little patient on that one. They need 4 more enchantments to give everything flying. 3 cards in hand. Really? What do you got? Maybe they have Destroy Evil? Boseiju? Boseiju. This is 10 damage. Black, 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 white, white. I guess I want another white. Yeah, I have to kill something. If I kill this, this shrinks down to a 3/3. Yeah, I guess I could have also killed this, but yeah. Take 6, go to 2. They don't put any more pressure onto the board. Okay, nice. Edict. Okay, okay, well, we're almost out of stuff. Opponent could have Rite of Harmony with this on the stack to get to draw an extra card from a creature entering the battlefield. Surprised they didn't do that. Because then if they have another cheap enchantment, they actually get to draw another card. And if it's an ossification, you know, you just do it because you draw a card and you get a spirit. And the spirit triggers, so you draw 2 extra cards. Yeah, they messed up. They did mess up, didn't they? Now they have a cheap enchantment, but they could have drawn 1 more card. Oh wow, what are they doing? Nothing? What? What's happening? They have ossification, yeah. Yeah. Okay, they're still gonna draw 2 cards, which is pretty good. I will kill the non-token. That was important. That was a step in the right direction. Just gonna do it now. Okay, Negate and Celestus. I'm at 2 lives, so I have to kill the 2/2. Or block it, I guess. I could just take these 2. Probably not that bad of a decision to make. They sometimes play Protection, but they also play something like Audacity. So if they have Audacity casted on this, I can kill it in response. I do have Negate, so I think I want to wait for the cut down. Definitely don't want a second Haunting to resolve. I actually made a mistake there, didn't I? Oh, I probably should have used my Go for the Throat, because now I have 8 mana and I can't use Memory Deluge and Go for the Throat. I might have to use Memory Deluge just to get a land and then get a Farewell or something like that. I think I have to do that. Okay, so I didn't find Farewell. So I guess I take Memory Deluge. What a game. Pretty close. Vetting. Ooh, that's a good one. Yep, I need to find Farewell ASAP. That's gonna produce 2 more. Yeah, okay. Well. Okay. Yeah. Yep. How do we handle this? So they're gonna get 2 more lethal creatures. Yeah, I have a choice to make here. Which one do I want to use? I think I just use the Go for the Throat. 2 cards in hand. Maybe I just use this, honestly. The Go for the Throat I could use for like a Catilda in 2 turns where the Incubate does not stop a Catilda. But the only way I win is if I find either Sunfall here or Farewell plus land. Yeah, GG. Oops, I don't want to go to audio. Close game. We used 2 Sunfalls, but we couldn't find the Farewell in time. Happens. Okay, Edict is not great. So they play a bunch of enchantment-based advantage. So not many creatures, so something like Cut Down is not that good. But they do have Visitor and Jukai, so it's not terrible either. Definitely want Negate. And Lockdown is amazing. Duress is fine too. Sheoldred, Seedshark are also reasonable. Interesting. Interesting. Stroke is only good against Haunting, but Haunting is one of the better cards. I think Stroke is just too narrow though. Duress is actually decent. Duress is decent. I could see it. And I could see cutting Emperor for like Shark or Sheoldred. Just to see cutting the Celestus. The Emperor is kind of bad in this matchup. Like, the only good creatures you really want to kill are the 1 and 2 drops. And they do a lot of value without even attacking or in the early game already by accelerating or pumping. So the Emperor is pretty bad. So I think I just put 2 Duress in and then 2 Sheoldred. Do they have Planeswalkers post-sideboard? I don't think so. Although it would be smart, because especially against Farewell decks, the way you answer them is by having Planeswalkers. Like, the green-white deck has no chance against Farewell if it doesn't have Planeswalkers. This hand is slow, but yeah, I can't really mulligan it. Has all the mana, colors. Good start. Good mana start. Would love to have like a go for the throat, make disappear Negate or something. But yeah, I can't really mulligan this hand. They have ossification likely still in post-board, so they're gonna be able to kill the Sheoldred. But ossification, you know, has its downside by being able to, you know, we can just remove it with lockdown and farewell. So I'm kind of fine with that. I like the green-white deck in paper. Like it has a lot of good cards. But I don't know, I'm a little scared of playing a deck that just folds to farewell. Also, lockdown is very good against you too, so yeah. I don't know how the matchup against Esper Legends is. It's probably not that great. Like, Talia is a big problem. Raffine is a problem. Sheoldred is a problem. Like, Esper Legends just provides too many must-kill threats. One is a really good start. Like, Visitor turn 1 is just so annoying. There's the farewell. I'm being punished for my slow hand here. Not drawing anything. That's pretty strong. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna Emperor one of these creatures, likely the Visitor. To nobody's surprise. I could Scrutiny for 1. I think that's actually reasonable here. I have another Delusion hand. I already have the farewell. I just want to, you know, have one extra card. They could have something like Curse of Silence to name farewell. I'll just make it 2-2.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. We must protect the people.
I don't think they're playing Audacity. They're playing a different type of deck. Okay, that's so totally fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, farewell is just so backbreaking against them now. Like, take another hit and then have farewell next turn. If they have Curse of Silence for farewell, I can just destroy the curse. Sager being played, haunting. Yeah, that's fine. Don't care. Just to go for the throat. And boom. Exile all creatures, all enchantments. We get an Emperor back and it's just like lights out. Opponent, would you please move your cards to the graveyard or to the exile zone? Thank you. They just couldn't believe that one card could deal with so much of their stuff. It's unfair. Yeah, farewell. Farewell is strong. Farewell is very powerful, but it costs a lot of mana. Okay. I could be convinced to cut something like Sheoldred for more removal. Because if I look at that game, especially when I'm on the draw, the way I lose, I might just lose against Generous Visitor into Yukai. And I don't want to lose like that. And a Sheoldred really not going to save me from those things. I don't think I need the Celestus, honestly. I could just play one Sheoldred, you know. The Celestus is a pretty great game 1 card, because if you play against aggro or whatever, you know, your bad cards in that matchup you can be cycled away. If you play against control, your bad cards in that matchup can be cycled away. But post-board, you usually have a 60 full of good cards against the certain matchup you're playing against, so the cycling from the Celestus isn't as good. I do have Farewell, I do have Emperor, I do have Wandering. I think I should have enough time, right? If they don't have the complete nuts opening, I should have enough time. Like, this hand cannot be a mulligan in a million years. Sunfall and Farewell, both excellent in the matchup. And yeah, sigh of relief. No Generous Visitor means they will have, you know, not the fastest start ever they could have had, so. Okay, that's good. That's sort of like Curse of Silence, probably better than Curse of Silence. Although Curse of Silence is an enchantment, and that definitely synergizes in their deck a lot. But at least Curse of Silence is not a thing that you have to... Like, you have to name things in the dark with Curse of Silence. Invasion, you just look at their hand, take the thing that they have, so... Invasion is a lot more convenient. If Curse of Silence would have the same text as Invasion, that'd be good. Like the front text. Like 1 mana, look at the opponent's hand, and then make it more expensive. That would be pretty good. Like a white Thoughtseize. Okay, well, I'm not gonna play all 3 Raffine's Tower, but I'm gonna play a second one here. I think that's reasonable. Restoration, sure. I mean, the Farewell at 8 mana will come up. I will have ability to buy myself time. Both my sweepers go around the protection from the array. So, should be fine this game. The opponent's making some value. Okay. That's good. I could just Void Rend the Haunting. But I have Sunfall. Farewell at 8 mana. I think it is correct to destroy the Haunting though. Not super sure, but if I look at how my turns are gonna pan out, I'm gonna go Sunfall next turn. And yeah, it just seems good. Oh, Stonebrain. What the heck? Okay, so they're gonna name my Sunfall, I guess. Okay, they have Stonebrain for the Farewell. Or maybe for Atraxa, something like that. And Farewell, I guess. Okay. The funny thing is, yeah, like, I think they drew the Stonebrain because, yeah, they must have drawn it since they've cast this. Because if they had Invasion in hand when they had Stonebrain and cast Invasion, then they would have made the Sunfall more expensive and then named the Farewell with the Stonebrain, right? That would make a lot more sense. $20 live. 8. So they're gonna send both of those at that. They're gonna get pumped both times. Oh, okay. Wedding? No, I thought this was a wedding. Okay. It was Seiju and his companion. Visitor. Huh. Okay, so they're gonna flip their thing. So this is gonna be a free. I'm still at 20. I mean, Farewell costing 8 mana is a lot. This will be 5. Oh, this gets another counter, huh? This will be at least 6 next turn, go to 14. Okay. I'll have to use my Emperors, that's certain. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna use the Emperor. We'll see what they do with the array then. They're gonna crack it or not. I should be fine. Especially with the Memory Deluge, yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, for now, this is just an enchantment. The Farewell will wipe it in 2 turns. Oh, they have something? They played a Besaidu. I'm gonna try to exile the Visitor.
I hope you're ready to lose.
They crack it? Okay. So I take 7. Go to 13. Oh, okay. Okay. That's a lot of pressure. So that's 5, 7, 10. I'm at 13.
I'll be back.
This game is close. I will use this. I could find Lockdown, for example. Cut down Eiganjo. Interesting. So I take the Eiganjo, I guess. And what else? The tower to draw? Or another cut down? I guess I'll just take the draw. So I think, okay, that's good. So now I have to use an Eiganjo. No? Oh, I could go to 1. Could go to 1. I mean, why not go to 1? Right. I just don't like using cards. If I can, I use my life total instead of using cards. Especially against a deck that doesn't have burn. Technically can do that, not that it matters. Exiling artifacts? Okay, make it 2/2. I'm at 1. I mean, technically green has haste, but I don't think they play a green haster. Like, there's the 4/4 oddity or whatever. And yeah, oddity also has trample, so I would have died, but yeah. Now I maybe regret. Ooh, okay, wow, impressive. Oh, that's nice. I'll just make another samurai. Attack for 2, and then just kill the haunting. I think. I kind of want to use Memory Deluge. Yeah, I'll just kill the haunting. I like this Esper deck, I must say. It is impressive. The mana is good, you know. It's not as good as in the, you know, blue-white deck, of course. But the blue-white deck has its awkward things with having to enable laydown arms and making... You still have to play a bunch of, like, Sparrow's Headquarters and Raffine's Towers. Or, like, a ton of planes. So, I like this. It gives you the cheap removal that you need and want. And yeah, it has all the great white sweepers, Emperor. You know, it could play a little bit of a different, you know, configuration of kill conditions. You could certainly convince me to do things different in that regard. Don't care about this. I can't count that anyways. I could have looked for a negate, I guess. But I don't even know what they're gonna take here that's gonna bother me, like, at this point. I'm just gonna Memory Deluge response because I don't want them to take Memory Deluge. And there's my one Sheoldred. Let's see if they name any of the cards I have in my hand. What are you naming here? Farewell. Okay, sure. At this point, you have less than I do, so get that Farewell out of my deck, honestly. It's a bad draw at this point for me, so happy about that. Okay, opponent's conceding. Nice! It's 3-0. We lost one game here against Greener Enchantments, where we never found a Farewell in game 1, which, you know, they had a pretty strong draw in game 1. This deck seems great, honestly. Like, I wouldn't even know what's really good against it, because Esper Legends, is that gonna be good against this? I don't think so. Like you have 4 cut downs, you have 5 sweepers, you have more removal counter spells. Void Rend is quite nice against like, you know, all their threats. Does go around ward. Yeah, no, I like this deck. Void Rend is a pretty sweet, flexible card as well. That, you know, blue-white in itself doesn't really have an effect like this. It has Leyline Binding if you make the domain work. But it doesn't have Void Rend. I'll certainly still figure out if you can build blue-white in a much stronger way. Because the lists that have been played, that I've played also on the channel, I think they're still, you know, a little bit off, even though, you know, they have good base, like the Late on Arms, Soul Partition stuff. It's a good base, but I think you can certainly tune them more. And, you know, we also don't have many brains working at Standard, I feel like these days. Everybody's focusing on other stuff. May it be Pioneer for the Regional Championship, or Lord of the Rings draft, and Modern, or for the Pro Tour in a month. So yeah, I think there's a lot of room for improvement still, and a lot of things you can do and figure out, not only in the space of control, but also in the mid-range space. I mean, I think like Jund, black-green type of stuff could really be good these days. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions what I should do content-wise in the near future. We have this like window of, I guess, Lord of the Rings. It takes a while until we get the next standard set, I believe. And yeah, just shoot me any suggestions you have. And as always, thank you for watching. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.